G'day humans, Chris Dead here. I'm on the road today. I'm at the Shiraz Republic, which is a winery slash brewery slash canola walking experience slash accommodation option that you'll find about an hour south of Echuca. It's on the border there of New South Wales and Victoria on the Murray River, and probably about half an hour, 40 minutes northeast of Bendigo. And yeah, we've just been here a couple of hours now. We've done this awesome new experience I've got out here called Canola walking. Just get to basically hike it through the middle of this glorious canola fields while they're in full bloom. It's really awesome. They've got a great setup here with live music on the weekends and like a bar setup that does their own craft beer. And as we're going to go into, I've tried it, it's fantastic. And also, of course, the wines. Shiraz, which is the famous drop from this area, mostly due to the Cambrian soils that come up in the clay here, makes it perfect for Mediterranean grapes, in particular Shiraz. So they specialise in the area here. We've got a great selection up in the barn, which we're about to take you to. And yeah, they've got some accommodation options here as well. So in this video, I'm going to go through it all in case you're cruising through the area or thinking about something you can do, even if it's a day trip out of Echuca or out of Bendigo, or even if you're just kind of coming up like I am, out of Sydney. Well, I'm actually coming down from Sydney and looking for a fun experience to do. I'm here with the kids. They're having a ball at the moment playing pool. They've got some pool tables set up and had a great time in the canola walk. So yeah, let's dive into it. So the drive out here is absolutely spectacular. The country out here is phenomenal. Now I'm here in late July, which is when the canola fields are into full bloom, and it's when these walks are on. So the walks actually opens tomorrow for the season and lasts about 6 to 8 weeks. But life started here as a winery 25 years ago, founded by a bloke called Brian, who I've just had a bit of a yarn with. And yeah, they've really diversified since then. So if you walk up here through the entrance, yeah, so that's been 25 years of the winery. Then 10 years ago they opened up a brewery, and that's now really branched out. They've got yeah, a huge range of beers, and I just had the beer paddle, and it was really yummy. Really enjoyed it. I know that Beer Hug, which is in my opinion Australia's best beer subscription service, I know they're showcasing a whole bunch of their limited edition beers in, I think, August 2026. So yeah, onwards and upwards. And yeah, then it diversified. So what they basically were saying was that a lot of the canola farmers around here, and as you drive around these fields and you go past these humongous farms, absolutely humongous, just yellow like you can see over there in the distance. And yeah, basically people were so enamored with how beautiful they looked that they were trampling the fields, getting out for photos and so forth. So what they did was, why don't we just build a proper walk and set up some samples. So we're going to go down in a second and I'll show it to you. But before we do that, I'll just take you into the, I guess you could say, tasting room. Well, they do tastings, they said, but they're not really pitching themselves as that. They're more of a bar experience that also happens to have their own kind of wine and their own beer. So they do a lot of live music out here, a lot of events on the weekends. I'm told it's packed. I'm here on a Thursday, early on a Thursday at the moment, or about lunchtime on a Thursday. There's been a couple of patrons in, but obviously not peak timing. And so I'm assuming the live bands go up here on the truck. I love the work that they've done theming it. Well, not really theming it. I think it's just like authentic, you know. But yeah, doing a stage in the back of the truck, such a cool idea. And judging by the speakers and the lights, I'm guessing that's 100% where the live band's part. I'd love to come out here and see them play. But it's a winter blues festival in Echuca this weekend, so I think all the action's happening up there. So big open beer garden. And then in this big shed, which we're going to go into in a second, they've done a great job setting up a experience in there. Love the pool table, love that it's free, great for the kids, gives the kids something to do, and obviously adults as well. And then out here they've got some big fire pits that'll be fired up over the weekend when the live bands are playing. as you can see. And I just kind of love the mix match of seating, like the couch over here, as you can see, the old rustic stool, bench seating up the back. It's just character, right? And it's everywhere here. I really enjoyed my time here at Shiraz Republic. It's been thoroughly enjoyable. It's a really cold, crisp day. The wind's right up at the moment as well, so I do apologise if you're getting a bit of blowback on that through the mic. But hopefully you're getting a good idea of what to expect here. Obviously a little bit of smaller kid toys here. You know, maybe they could stand to put in a swing set or a little trampoline or something up the back here. Probably would go down well, I think, with a lot of families, but still lots of space to run around. And another fire pit at the back here, which is currently set up as a table. Now I just want to show you up here. So what they do have is some accommodation here, and they've got a studio up the back, which is actually the original post office. So we're in Cornella here, which is it's just one of the regions. You know, as Brian was telling me, like every couple of streets is a new region. It's all a part of the Heathcote wine region, like the grander region, and then within it there's all these areas. So this is Cornella area, and the original post office is this building out here. And they've turned it into a dog-friendly studio for people who want to stay and bring the pets along. In fact, there was a lady here earlier. She had, I think it was 4 different dogs, like completely different breeds, and 2 sheep. All dressed up. They look lovely, actually. Okay, we'll take you inside. So here you see, you've got some live music coming this weekend. But there's still music playing here this weekend with the Blues Festival on. I'm sure the locals in this area would love to get amongst it. But coming out here just to stay, actually, and enjoy the experience would be good. I tell you, it's a lot warmer when you get in here. So obviously a shop front, so they sell, I'm actually really excited about trying this. It's a Shiraz Spritzer. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm definitely going to. And as we come through here into the larger beer hall, as you can see, really nicely done. There's my kids at the back there, they've been playing pool and loving it, enjoying some pizza. Just really country, right? Reminds me of a beer hall. Nice little of the wooden tables, the wooden seating, saddles on the wall. Nice high roof, and yeah, plenty of beers to try. And wines all on tap out the back here. You can see a variety through here, so mostly focusing on the Mediterranean grapes. You've got a rosé and one white, but then obviously a range of Grenache and Shirazes. That I believe is the OG, and that's their kind of premium one. And then a stack of beers as well, under this Cornella Brewery brand, but also under the Old Town sub-brand, which seems to be their dark beers. And I just had the Velvet dark beer, it was delicious. All right, how cool is this? Big old billow, is it? Yeah. Okay, so we just picked up a bit of food, something to drink. The kids have had a couple of hot coffees. They come out amazing with a marshmallow, big foam on the top. Went down very, very well. I've got 3 pizzas here. We've got the garlic pizza, which is delicious. We've already tried that. And the lamb's just come out, and the peri-peri chicken. So decent sizes. It's 4 of us. Yeah, I think it should be all right. And I also got a beer tasting paddle here. So I've got the smoked red lager, and I've just been having that. You can really taste the smoke in it. It's amazing. And I went and got the Illuminati IPA, a New England, Alice New England I think it was called, and a black velvet. It's got dark beers here as well, so they've got a couple of variants. Okay, so I'm up to the last of the paddle, and thoroughly enjoyed the beers. Each one of them has been great, very distinctive tastes, very different. So I highly recommend here coming for the paddle, let alone for the wine flights. And yeah, we've enjoyed the food. Yeah, it came out really quickly, which was good. And yeah, not overdone it with the toppings. Nice cheese, and yeah, tasty. Okay, so I've got the wine flight ready. I've gone to start with the white, the rosé, and then the light Shiraz, and then the heavy Shiraz, which I'm looking forward to. Comes with some tasty notes. Really like the setup here. Let's go. Oh, it's a really nice Shiraz. Yeah, I was quite surprised by how nice the white and rosé were. I was just expecting Shiraz Republic, the reds to kind of be the dominant wine experience, but very light but very fruity, really quite nice. Yeah, it's good. I'm glad I went. I was almost going to skip the white, so I'm glad I actually went there. And yeah, two different Shirazes. We've got the heavy one and the lighter one. There's the Harvester and the old bottle bud or something. But anyway, it was yeah, two very distinct flavours. I love the little beakers too. It's really cool with the little 40 mils on it. Yeah, good beer, good wine. How's it go?
Good. I beat him in pool.
Okay, so here we are down at the canola fields for the canola walk at Shiraz Republic, and you know, as you drive in here, you know, all the way pretty much from Albury towards Echuca, down here towards Cornella, Rochester, everywhere you go past these huge farms. And this time of year, they're all yellow, and you just want to stop and take photo after photo after photo. It's just so beautiful. And yeah, what they've done here with this canola walk is provide a means for you to actually get out in the middle of it and get those photos and just explore and see what it's really like to be out on these farms. And the kids are already out there, and I'm about to join them in a second, but it looks fantastic. And they're well set up here. I'll show you. So they said there's parking for about 400 cars up there. And yeah, this little train that'll go around as well. Now when I say go, it actually doesn't start till tomorrow. So I'm here the day before the canola walk officially opens. It's obviously seasonal. And so it's July now. So we've got, you know, between 6 and 8 weeks, depending on what the crops are like that year. Through July, August, maybe a little bit into September. And yeah, they were telling me that they started it back in, I think she said 2022. And they got 700 people came through that season. And they said by 2024, they had 20,000. Or was it last year, 2025? Yeah, but yeah, either way, obviously word has grown and people are coming out in droves. So they're still setting up for tomorrow, but they've got objects out and about through the fields. It's chilly out here, make sure you wear a parka, that's for sure. And then they've got like all these kind of things set up so you can kind of get some cool photos with some funky props to go with this endless yellow, beautiful canola. Look at it. It's been a bit of rain about, so it is a little bit muddy underfoot, a little soft, but it's not pool of water at all. And my shoes are not getting saturated, which is good. Yeah, love it. Okay, so the canola walk out here at the Shiraz Republic. I think we're pretty much about 45 minutes south of Echuca. Geez, it's so cool. Although you can see the clouds just come over. It's such a difference when the cloud comes in and out, just the way it lights up the landscape. But it's stacks of fun. I had fun, the kids had fun. It's a photographer's dream out here, or a videographer's dream. You can really, I spent way longer than I thought I was going to, because every time you look around, the sun comes out a different way or something. It's just another way to take a cool shot, right? So yeah, super cool. I can see why it's become so popular so quickly. Absolutely worth getting out here and doing if you can. And then try and hopefully get some blue skies. I just got this cloud, it's just taken the sun from me. Just be prepared to wrap yourself up. It is quite chilly out here. There's a lot of exposed You're quite exposed to the wind, as you can probably hear and see. And yeah, you make sure you got the right footwear on as well. Even gumboots could have been useful, especially if it's just rained. But I'm okay in sneakers today. But yeah, excellent. Oh, now I forgot to mention this. This is Rent a Row. This is really, really cool initiative. And one of the many things that they seem to be doing out here is basically you can do a year-long winemaking course where you make your own wine. So you come out at harvest, I believe it's around February, March at the start of the year, and you harvest your grapes, and then they take you through that process, and then you come back middle of the year and do kind of work out how much oak you want, how much oak you want in the flavouring and so forth, and then eventually you come back towards the end of the year and you bottle it up and make your own label and everything. What a great idea. I'd love to do that. Obviously you've got to be able to get here multiple times during the year, so probably people out of Melbourne more so than definitely out of Sydney anyway. But yeah, what a great idea. As you can see right now, obviously she's a long way from harvest at the moment. Notice all these bikes out the front. There's obviously freely available to just kind of grab and go for a ride if you want to. And that's my takeaway looking at it. Something else for the kids to do. Alright, so we'll just walk up here and I'll show you some of the accommodation. So just a little bit further down the road, you'll find accommodations. This is the more cabin-like combination, not the studio cottage, the old post office. And there's 6 of them, 2 kind of facing towards that afternoon sun, and the rest kind of facing more towards the morning sun. And there are 2-bedroom and 1-bedroom options, I'm told. And you can see here this one as well is accessible with the ramp on the side, if required. Taking on a quick look inside. This is number 3, but obviously they're going to be the same as each other. Here is a little bit of a seat at the front, so that's looking directly out over the vineyard and onto the canola fields in the background. Now, obviously, there's certain times of the season that's going to be even more spectacular when all the grapes are out. You're close enough here that you are probably going to hear live music, but I think that would be part of the reason why you come in the first place. Okay, let's go inside. So we have a really open, spacious living room. I do like the fact that the couch actually faces the TV. So many times in these cabins when they're trying to, fit in a living space and a kitchen and it ends up kind of being jumbled together, you can lose that kind of ability to just be actually facing the TV. So that's really nice. It's all set up obviously at the moment for people to come in. I have not stayed here, I need to be clear about that, so I can't necessarily vouch for it, but I can definitely show you it. So we do have a dining table here. I'm glad that it's separate and it's got its own space. I'm glad that it's got at least 4 seats, and because this is a 2-bedroom. Bit of art on the walls here, which is nice, and then a really lovely kitchen. So they've done a really good layout here. I mean, that's not a tight corridor. That's probably the best part of 1.5 meters. Nice and wide, doesn't feel cramped or anything. It looks very, very new. And well provisioned as well with the microwave and the stove top. So you can pretty much settle in. Obviously a fridge as well, not a full-size fridge, but it should get you out of most dramas. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, pantry shelving. Okay, now to this side, we have bedroom number 1. Which is a nice big queen setup. No internal wardrobe, just a bit of a hanging space there and a bit of a rack at the bottom for maybe shoes or a bag, but enough space for bedside tables on both sides and quite a big amount of space on either side. The second bedroom is effectively a mirror. There's a mirror. So again, no internal storage, just a hanging rack and that. So you're going to be operating out of your bag mostly, but the payoff is you get way more space. I like the fact that there's windows all the way around as well, so you get the afternoon sun coming through there now, for example, and then in the morning, all the sun's going to flood in from that front end. Which is looking a little bit dark only because no one's staying here at the moment, so the electricity's not on. So I can turn on the lights. So it's not that dark all the time. And then through in this corner, again, another luxury for a cabin, a really big bathroom. It's not cramped at all. Heaps of space around the toilet, glassed in shower, little sink on the side here. Yeah, really quite good for a cabin, in my opinion. I will note that as a tall man, that shower is a bit low for me. I can't get my head under that too easily, but I am 6'4", so not the usual size. So yeah, that gives you a bit of an idea what the accommodation's like. Really nice, really spacious. It's very quiet in here. And yeah, there is a big air conditioning unit up on the wall here to help combat the conditions. I'll just show you a quick tour of the one bedroom so you know what it's like. Lovely outlook here. The sun's just starting to get into the afternoon. It's pouring in here. Beautiful view from the two one bedroom ones, which is units 5 and 6. So very similar feel, but obviously just shaped for 2 people. So you're walking straight in off your private balcony here. With your Jack and Jill almost. And yeah, same kind of setup here in the front, where you've got the couch facing the TV, which is great, lots of space. They've managed to fit in a little dining table here, obviously for 2. But I do appreciate that they've been able to fit that in with so much space around it, not cramped in everywhere. Still got a huge kitchen, so just as well provisioned there. Again, a great layout. They've done a really good job with this design. I haven't seen this design before. It's very smart. And then you're through here, to the open plan, and then in this way, your bed, a queen. No wardrobe of any sort in this one though. That's the only thing that might be a bit of a problem for some people. So you'll be living out of your suitcase. So yeah, no, they should probably put something just down here so you at least set your bag off the ground. And then on this way, a bathroom, which is exactly the same setup as the 2 bedroom, heaps of space, mountain of space for a cabin bathroom, to be honest. Little basin over here, and the shower with the same height restriction, but it'd be right for most people. Worth noting, just kind of the body wash, no shampoo or conditioner provided, so just bring that with you. But yeah, really good cabin and lovely view. And these 2 single cabin ones, so this is 5 and 6, are the furthest from the actual action. If you think you might retire early and don't want to be disturbed by any sound, there's also that added benefit. So there you have it, guys. That is a review and tour of the Shiraz Republic experience here in the north of Victoria. Like I said, about an hour south of Echuca and probably about half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour from Bendigo. They've done a really good job out here. I like how they're diversified. The reality is you've got a great setting, great food, great booze, the live music on the weekends as well, and then these extra experiences like the Canola walk and that rent-a-row, which definitely helps set it apart. I think it's a great experience, and I highly recommend you stop by here on your way through, even if just to try a beer. But I think it'd be a really lovely place to stay as well. Hopefully next time I come through I can actually spend some more time here, because it's just the kind of peace and serenity. It just looks so beautiful out here. It's exactly what I love. Anyway, I'm Chris Dead. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you keep an eye on the channel. Got heaps of content going up from the area. Various places to stay, lots of experiences to be had. And whether you're traveling as adults or with your kids, I've got my kids with me. And yeah, until next time, I'm getting back on the road. Yew.